Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings to Sir Abdullah Sani and whoever is watching this video. So hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Afria Natasha. I am from UTP and I am the group leader for our group project, which is about HTTPS. So today I am going to talk about how HTTPS works and a little bit of background of it. Mostly the introduction to HTTPS. So firstly, let's start with the history. So, how we want to use HTTPS, or why HTTPS was created, was because there was internet. Internet, basically the thing that we've been using every single day since it was created. So, as now we have been online class for almost a year. We have been doing conference calls, Zoom calls, Google Meets, MS Teams. Those are all used with the help of internet. So the internet was discovered by Robert Kahn in the 1960s. So we should give our blessings and our grace to Robert Kahn, who have graced us with the invention of internet. Next, and about internet, it was mainly used by academicians till the early 90s, and it wasn't really known to other people. Mostly lecturers, students used internet with their laptops at universities. But then when WWW, the World Wide Web, was introduced, everything changed. It was like the next best thing after sliced bread. So everyone wanted to use internet. Everyone wanted to use www since you can do anything with it, right? And how we can use, right now I'm using this presentation using Prezi, which is www.prezi.com. So yeah. And HTTP was discovered in 1991 and HTTPS was discovered in 1994. So that's just a basic coverage of the history of the internet and HTTP. HTTP was created as, what is HTTP? HTTP is a hypermedia text transfer protocol, secure, if HTTPS. HTTP and HTTPS are the same thing, but it has quite a little bit difference there. Let's move on. Let's go to that later. So HTTP is a message-oriented communications protocol. So if we want to use www, there is the background of www. We only see the web page. But how do we get the web page? With the help of HTTPS and HTTP. So HTTP uses TCP as its transport protocol since it's much more reliable than UDP. So protocols are a set of rules or rules we have to abide. The server or the internet has to abide in order for it to function. So next, the how. How does it work? So as you can see at the right side, there is a picture of two boxes. So the small box is the header and the larger box is the body. So in the header, there's the method, which is, for example, get, delete or post, and the URI, and the HTTP version. In the body, there's data being stored. And in the header, there's the IP address for the server. Since we are requesting something, they will put the IP address of the server. And when the server responds to us, it will put the IP address of the client. And the port numbers. HTTP uses 80 as the port number, but HTTPS uses the port number as 443. So the difference, like I said, the port numbers, which are 80 and 443. HTTPS, the S stands for secure because it uses encryption protocol, which is SSL, and HTTPS encrypts the data. Like I mentioned before, in the message HTTP boxes, the below box, the body box, it has the data that we request or that the server sends to us as a response. So in the data, in the box, the data for if we used a HTTP website, the data will be in normal text, while HTTPS using SSL, they will encrypt the data into binary or something that is unreadable. So hackers are have a less chance in getting information. For example, if you do online transaction, we have to make sure it is a HTTPS or not. Hackers can easily get our info, our bank accounts, our private info, our sensitive information that they can use for ransom, or they can blackmail us. Yes, as the S stands for secure, HTTP is not secured, while HTTPS is secured. And another one is HTTP operates at application layer, while HTTPS operates at the transport layer. So that's all from me, and I will pass on our presentation to next member. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Faida Amira binti Muhammad Abdul Aziz, and today I will present scenario A for implementation of the protocol and the fail scenario. First is scenario A. In scenario A, we implement the telnet command to make a connection between the client and the server. Basically, the telnet is client-server protocol, and the function is to connect client to a remote host. So host can be a name of any website. For example, in this case, the host name that we chose is www.bing.com. So I will start the coding. First of all, before executing the telnet command, we will flush the DNS cache to clear all information in the cache. So by doing this, if there is any malicious website, it will be vanished and the computer will get a new information. For this presentation, I am using a different operating system, which is Mac OS. Therefore, the command for flush totally different than the Windows command. In Windows, we use ipconfig /flush DNS, but in Mac OS, the command is sudo kill all DNS responder. So after input this command, hit enter, and then as we can see, the program required the user to input the password. So this is the different thing in Mac OS when flushing the DNS. So we need to type in the password before the program execute the command. So I'm typing the password. After input the password, the program will flush or clear all information in the cache, as we can see, but there is no notification when the process is finished, because this is how the flushing DNS works in Mac operating system. So after finish with the flush, we input the second command, which is telnet. The command is telnet, the hostname www.bing.com, port 443. So port 443 is the port number for secure website. So www.bing.com is HTTPS website. After that, the result is command not found because the command telnet does not exist in Mac operating system. So we got an error for this execution. If user want to use the telnet command, they have to download the telnet for Mac version. So this scenario failed because of the wrong command was implemented. Next, we move to another scenario. Basically, in this scenario, we want to make a connection and capture the communication between the client and the server, which is HTTPS. The first command is OpenSSL. OpenSSL is the command line that used for several purposes, such as creating and viewing certificates. And in this project, OpenSSL used to test the HTTPS and establish a connectivity between client and the server. So the command that we use is OpenSSL as client connect www.bing.com 443. As client contains a generic SSL that connects to the remote host using SSL, and connect is to establish the TCP connection. And for host name, we use the same host name in scenario A, which is www.bing.com, and port number 443 is for HTTPS sites. So after type in this command, this will open SSL connection to www.bing.com, port number 443. After that, as we can see, the program will print the SSL certificate used by the service. As we can see, the certificate displays certain information, for example, the version of the protocol and also the cyberspace. Next, if the connection succeeds, we can move to implement the GET command. We use GET command to send a request to the server, and then HTTP will respond to the request that was sent. The full command for GET is get/http/1.1 and then host name www.bing.com. The HTTP 1.1 is the version for HTTP itself. This version provides a faster web pages and reduce web traffic. So I will type in the get command, get h/http/1.1 and then return. After I hit return, the program failed, and this happened because in my computer there is no certificate to filter the HTTP site, because we use SSL command. It requires a certificate to make the SSL handshake successful. Therefore, in this scenario, SSL can't make sure the certificate is valid because there is no any valid certificate can be used by the SSL to perform the handshake. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aliana and I will be presenting about scenario B. So before doing anything, before executing any command, just like what we did in scenario A, we have decided on a host, which is www.bing.com, and upon deciding on a host, we have executed our very first command, which is OpenSSL s_client -connect www.bing.com:443. So what is OpenSSL in this line of command? So OpenSSL is basically a source of command, which is a tool to do things like generate private keys, and next to it is s_client. This is to implement generic SSL client to connect to a remote host. And the one next to it is -connect. This is to specify a host and also to specify a port, which in this case our port is 443, as we are trying to implement the protocol HTTPS. Once we have executed the first command, we will know that we have succeeded when we see the response, which is the server certificate. So what is exactly a server certificate? So a server certificate is actually a digital file with private and also public keys. So this certificate is usually used to authenticate a server's identity to a client, and with the existence of the server certificate, data privacy and data security are ensured. We will now move on to the next command. So our next command is over here, which says get/http/1.1 host www.bing.com. So what we are trying to do in this command is to actually receive a response from the server, and it shows here that we have succeeded on receiving the response, and the response that we have received here is in the form of text or HTML, which is what most web pages are using. So with these, it shows that we have successfully executed our command and we have successfully received a response from our server. We will now move on to Wireshark. So before actually executing the command in terminal, we have started capturing in Wireshark, and while the packets are being captured, that was when we executed all the commands, and upon having both commands executed, we have stopped capturing, and when we have stopped capturing, that's when we started to filter the packets that are related to our port. And in this case, our port is 443 as mentioned. So we are going to filter that, and we are going to press this arrow over here where it will help us filter our packets, our relevant packets. That is all from me. Thank you.
My name is Kamina Shagri, and I'll be presenting discussion for HTTPS. After conducting our tests and collecting sample data to present in this report, we can conclude a number of things from our results. Before that, for the entirety of this research, we have used administrator command prompt to virtualize all our tests and visualize our results. We have also utilized Wireshark to capture and analyze all packets sent and received. Before executing any command to implement the protocol, we have chosen a website that uses Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure HTTPS, which is www.bing.com for both scenarios. TTP is implemented in two programs, a client program and a server program. The client program and server program, executing on different end systems, talk to each other by exchanging HTTP messages. HTTP defines the structure of these messages and how the client and server exchange the messages. When a user requests a web page, the browser sends HTTP request messages for the objects in the page to the server. The server receives the request and responds with HTTP response messages that contain the objects. HTTP uses TCP as its underlying transfer protocol rather than running on top of UDP. The HTTP client first initiates a TCP connection with the server. Once the connection is established, the browser and the server processes access TCP through their socket interface. After executing the telnet and get command in scenario A, the response received by the command prompt was a failure as it says connection to host lost. This is because during the execution of scenario A, the setting of the firewall was on which the telnet link could not be established. A firewall is a security system that monitors and observes network traffic and, based on a set of rules, blocks any necessary traffic. When it comes to network security, it is often thought to be the first line of protection. On the other hand, for scenario B, it was successful. This is because the firewall setting was off, and this will be the telnet established as a connection with the server. Therefore, users will get this response if the connection is established as successful. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Amira Patricia binti Zainul Azri, and my ID is 19001253, and I will proceed with the conclusion. So there is a protocol that allows communication between the two different systems, and is called a Hypertext Transfer Protocol (HTTP). HTTP is used to transfer data to a browser from a web server to view the web pages. But there is a problem because the data is not encrypted and it may be intercepted by third parties to collect data passed between the two systems. So, because of that, HTTPS was invented. HTTPS is the secured version of HTTP, and the S in the HTTPS is stand for secure. In HTTPS, text, graphics, audio, and even video that can be accessed from the web server on port 443. An encrypted website connection will have a log icon in the address bar, since the website that we use in the activity is a HTTPS website, so we need to use the OpenSSL command to connect with the website. Generally, there is nothing much difference between HTTP and HTTPS, but HTTPS involves the use of a secure socket layer SSL certificate. There is a way how to convert the HTTP website to the HTTPS website, and one of it is to enable HTTPS on the website is the owner of the web server needs to install an SSL or TLS certificate signed by a publicly trusted certificate authority. Okay, next, after typing the GET command, it will show the HTTPS response message. The HTTPS response message is divided into two parts. The first one is headlines, and the second one is the entity body. HTTPS also uses cookies, and it will be included in the header lines. Cookies allow sites to keep track of users. When the client host requests the HTTPS message, the server will automatically create an ID for the user, and the cookie will be set using the same ID. In the entity body, it will show the actual requested object, means the data that client requests. So the usual type of data is in the form of text or HTML. It is because of all the web pages are using HTML. HTTPS uses TCP as its underlying transport protocol. It is proven in the captured packet that shows activities connection in the Wireshark. HTTPS is also a stateless protocol. HTTPS or Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure is often used on banking, social network, railway, airline, and email websites. So, in a nutshell, there are so many benefits to using HTTPS rather than HTTP because of the integrity and authentication, privacy, user experience, compatibility, and SEO. That's all from us, and thank you.